Okay, so we're going to start by talking about triangles. And the first thing we're going to say is that a parallelogram can be decomposed, which remember we talked about being broken up, into two identical triangles. Okay? So now that I have that, I'm going to take a look at my first square. I can cut this up. Parallelogram, I can cut this up. Parallelogram, I can cut this up. So I can see that I'm going to get two identical triangles. Now, can two identical triangles always be arranged to form a parallelogram? Yes. I can move them around. Oh, goodness. I'm going to rewrite that. Yes, I can rearrange them to form a parallelogram. Okay. Do the two shapes have the same area? So take a look at this guy. On this side, I can see this rectangle. And on the other side, I can see this triangle. And they want to know, do these two shapes, this triangle and this rectangle, have the same area? Oh, goodness. Ah, my highlighting got all messed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to find the area of the rectangle and find the area of the triangle and determine if they are the same. So for my rectangle, this is 1, 2, 3. He's got a length of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With a 6. So the area for him is length times width. Area equals 3 times 6. The area is 18 square units. Remember your labels, kiddos. Okay. So now I need to figure out, well, what's the area of the triangle? Well, I don't really have a formula for a triangle, so what if I look about it as if it was an entire square? So just for a minute, I'm going to pretend it's this whole thing. And we've learned that these squares can be cut in half to make two triangles. So if I find the area of the whole thing, half of it will be the area of the triangle. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that the area of my square is length times width, and this is for the square. So area, that looks like a 4, that's supposed to be area, equals 6 times 6. Area equals 36 square units. But again, this is for the square. I want for the triangle. Well, the area of the triangle has to be half of the 36 because it takes up half of the square. So what's half of 36? Well, half of 2, or half of, 30 would be 15. Half of 6 would be 3. So 15 and 3 means half is 18 square units. Oh, this part's cool. Look at this, guys. For my triangle, it was 18 square units. For my rectangle, it was 18 square units. So yes, they have the same area. Very cool. Okay, next one. A parallelogram has a base of 8 units. What's its corresponding height of 2/3? What is its area? Okay. Area for a parallelogram equals base times height. area equals, it says that my base is 8 times my height is 2/3. Okay. Area equals, when I'm multiplying fractions, I'm going to multiply those numerators. 8 times 2, which is 16, over, all right, there's nothing underneath the 8, so then I'm just left with a 3. 16 over 3 square units. Okay, let's keep going. A parallelogram has a base of 8 and an area of 12. Ooh, look at this, guys. This time they tell us the area is 12. What is the height? So area equals base times height. I know the area is 12 equals 8 times height. Now I have to think. This is kind of strange. What number times 8 is going to give me 12? It's kind of a weird idea. So let's see. How do I get to 8? I'm sorry, how do I get 8 from 12? Well, 8 is kind of close to 12, and it's 4 away from it. Well, if I think about 8 being one whole, 1/8, so how do I break down 12? Think about it like this. It can be formed from 1/8 plus, how much more do I need to get to 12? Well, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's 4. Well, this looks like it's 1 1/2. So does that work? Is 8 times 1 1/2 going to give me that 12? And it does. It's very cool. So we're going to have that my height equals 1 1/2 square units. Okay, let's take a look at my next one. A parallelogram has an area of 8. If the height that corresponds to the base is 1/4 of a unit, what is the base? So we can say area equals base times height. My area is 8. My base, we don't know what the base is. And my height's 1/4. Okay, now I have a fraction here. Sometimes I like to think of my fraction as division. So maybe I could think about this as base, oh goodness, sorry, my pen went crazy. Base divided by 4. So multiplying by 4 is the same idea as dividing by 4. So what number, when it's divided by 4, is going to give me 8? What number divided by 4 gives me 8? Well, what if, let's think, is 40 divided by 4 8? No, that's a little bit too big. Is 9 divided by 4? I'm sorry. Is 39 divided by 4 8? Nope, still too big. Well, 38 divided by 4? No, you have to keep thinking until you find something. So, we ended up figuring out that 32 divided by 4 is my base. So my base equals 32 units. So whenever I'm finding my height, and I just realized this is not square units, this is just units. Goodness, just units. My base is units. Whenever you're talking about the height or the base, it's just, the answer label is just units. When you're talking about area, then it becomes square units. So I apologize, this one up here was just units. All right, everybody, that's all for today.